It's Friday morning. Welcome to the Football Spy Show, sponsored by our friends at the car giant Renault. We're live and interactive every weekday morning, and if you'd like to get in touch, you can email us at spy@mirror.co.uk. You can tweet us at Football Spy or at Mirror Football, and of course you can post on YouTube later this morning. We start today with some transfer news, and this is the state of play as far as the back page of the Daily Mirror is concerned. The Bolton defender Gary Cahill still hasn't signed for Chelsea despite their ultimatum yesterday. Andre Villas-Boas insisted that he would look elsewhere if Cahill hadn't put pen to paper by last night. Well, it seems as though Cahill has called his bluff, and Manchester United and Spurs still do have a chance of pinching him from Stamford Bridge. Also in the Daily Mirror, as we told you yesterday, Chelsea have moved for the Lille winger Eden Hazard. They're prepared to pay around £25 million, and Lille want around another 10 on top of that. Arsenal, Spurs, Liverpool, City and United all keen on Hazard, but his agent says that he wants to go to Real Madrid. Now, we told you yesterday about the Manchester United midfielder Darron Gibson and Everton's interest. Well, Gibson signs for the Toffees today for a fee believed to be around £1.5 million. More transfers later, but here on Spy we've been enjoying our updates from our men on the ground around the country. So far this week we've heard from Paul Handler from the Manchester Evening News, Lee Ryder at the Newcastle Chronicle and Chris Wathan at Wales Online. All of them are back next week, but today it's the turn of the excellent James Pearce in Liverpool. James covers the club for the Echo up there, and he's waiting to bring us up to date on the very latest on Andy Carroll and Darren Bent. Morning, James.
Thanks, Darren. Yeah, there's obviously various rumours doing the rounds at the moment about Liverpool's activity in this transfer window. Obviously, mainly centred around a couple of strikers. Firstly, a lot of talk about interest in Darren Bent from Aston Villa. Certainly don't think that is actually the case. Certainly hasn't been an inquiry made to Villa. I don't think there's any interest whatsoever at Anfield in bringing Darren Bent to the club, and I certainly don't think that will happen during this window. The other speculation obviously surrounds Andy Carroll, with suggestions that Newcastle will be willing to pay up to £15 million to take him back to his old club. However, Kenny Dalglish is absolutely insistent there's no truth whatsoever in that. We understand there's been no contact whatsoever between the clubs. I've spoken to Andy's agent, who has said that Andy's very happy at Anfield. Certainly got no intention of going anywhere. So I'd be very, very surprised if Andy Carroll went anywhere during this window. Liverpool, have worked hard to get him fit over the last year, and with Luis Suarez being banned for a month, it means that Andy is going to get a run in the side, and I think he'll certainly have the opportunity to establish himself at Anfield and won't be going anywhere. One player we know Liverpool are looking at is a youngster from Sporting Lisbon called João Teixeira, who impressed playing for Sporting Lisbon against Liverpool in this season's Next Gen series. Midfielder, very talented, skillful. They are looking at him, but I think it'll be quite a quiet window from Liverpool's perspective, with Kenny Dalglish happy to press on into the second half of the season with what he's got. Back to you, Darren.
The excellent James Pearce from the Liverpool Echo. And remember, we will go around the regions again next week to bring you up to date from all of our men on the ground there. You are watching the Football Spy Show, sponsored by our friends at the car giant Renault. A couple more stories for you from the morning papers. The Sun say that Sam Allardyce at West Ham has made a £2 million bid for the Watford striker Marvin Sordell. He scored 10 times this season, including 3 in his last 3. Still interested, Allardyce, in the Huddersfield striker Jordan Rhodes as well. The Express say Mark Hughes at QPR has made a move for the Spurs midfielder Steven Pienaar. The Times say Hughes has targeted Tim Cahill at Everton to add some more quality to his midfield. He'd be a very good signing indeed. Time now to bring you one of our own reporters from here at the Daily Mirror, because I spoke to the Daily Mirror's Arsenal correspondent John Cross yesterday. I also put to him some of the questions that you've been sending in to us here on the show. Here's how our chat went. John, welcome.
Thank you.
The Football Spy Show. You're still buzzing, I presume, from the Thierry Henry goal the other night against Leeds?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was a great goal. He was probably the only player on the pitch that could have scored that goal at that time. Robin van Persie given a rest, Van Persie away, so Henry stepped up to the plate and showed his class. Absolutely fantastic ball into him. the magic was the first touch really. He took it in his stride and then just slotted it, opened his body up and slotted it in the far corner. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Vintage, and extends his own record, of course, and extends the legend really.
Yeah, 227 goals for him. Were you in favour of the move in the first place?
Well, yes and no. Largely yes. My reservation, I think, is that he possibly has the potential to be fantastic for 6 to 8 weeks. Then we'll go back to the MLS. Meanwhile, Arsenal probably need for the rest of the season, be that March, April and early part of May, they'll need another striker to back up Van Persie. So I think the only danger for me, the drawback is that it's got the potential to paper over the cracks. But while he's here, I think Henry has the hunger and the desire and the goals to really make it work.
Overall, are you happy with the way the Arsenal squad looks at the moment?
Well, I think they need backup. I think the squad is good in places. It's got some good cover in central defence. Central midfield's looking strong with Jack Wilshere coming back. Even the wide areas, Oxlade-Chamberlain deserves a mention after the other night. I think he's going to have a big year. But the problem is at full-back positions. It's just pure bad luck. Right back, you've got 2 out, Jenkinson and Sanya, and left back, Santos and Gibbs. I mean, there's nothing you can legislate for that. But I wish that Arsene Wenger would go and sign himself a loan for left back primarily, really, because I think he needs cover, and I think they will live to regret that if they don't.
More from our conversation with the Daily Mirror's Arsenal correspondent, John Cross, next week. He'll be bringing us up to date on all things Arsenal. But we move on, and a couple more stories before we go. The Mail say that Fulham have been told that they can't take the Catania striker Maxi Lopez on loan. The Italian club want a fee for him. The Star say that QPR can forget about signing the Chelsea defender Alex. He will go to either PSG or back to Brazil. We'll give you the winner of our Robin Van Persie DVD competition next week. Don't forget you can keep up to date with all of the breaking transfer news on the Mirror Football website, mirrorfootball.co.uk. The Football Spy Show is back on Monday morning. Have a nice weekend and enjoy your football.